Welcome to the Nataki Wellness Center's conversation on sex. I'm going to be answering a few questions on sex, basically. And this is about conscious sex, okay? So, the first question that everyone usually wants to know, or every guy, is does size matter? My personal answer to that question is hell yes, size matters. But don't get discouraged, little men, because size matters for each woman. Meaning, like, there's some women who wants it small because they can go longer, maybe, or more often with a small guy. Sometimes women feel like a big guy will just take all her energy and take everything she has, and she's good for the next 2 or 3 days, or 4 or 5. Sometimes a small guy, they may want it every day. So there is a woman for every man. And there you have it. But yes, size matters. You need to be matching up with the right person for your size. And as far as women who want big guys, they've probably experienced it before and they enjoy that pleasure. I mean, you're entering in a hole. And if what you have does not hit the sides and penetrate the walls of this hole, then where's the pleasure at? Anyway, also, I think if you're small, you need to know how to work it. Any guy should know how to work it, but definitely if you're small, you shouldn't be so cocky and thinking, oh, I can just do this, whatever, I don't care about foreplay or whatever. No, I think if you're small and you're with a woman who's had big penises before and is trying to deal with you, then you need to give her all you got and really give her the foreplay, the mental stimulation, the hands-on, going down, coming up, doing everything. Make that sex great so that size won't matter anymore. Other than that, then you suck, probably, they're thinking. Anyway, then moving on. The next question is, how long should a woman wait before she has sex with a man that she's seen? I think there's a lot of parts to that question. Number one, are you interested in love with this guy, friendship, just pleasure, or you're unsure? The thing is, if you're interested in love, you need to wait longer, because there needs to be trust there. There needs to be, let's see, commitment. Yeah, you need to know that this guy is more so committed to you. So it's almost like you need to go ahead and be in a relationship, or at least the very beginning of a relationship, not the very beginning of a courtship. Now, a date or 2 or 3 is not the beginning of a relationship necessarily. That's just courting. That's him taking you out to sea, both of you deciding if you want to go further. I don't think that's the time to have sex if you're interested in love. Now, ladies, be careful. Don't listen to men to answer this question for you. Listening to a man to tell you how long you should wait to have sex is like, I don't know, the Chinese government asking the Japanese government what's the best way to train their military for the ultimate defense. I just feel like they're going to be biased in their answer, because even if they mean well, it's like they have to think about themselves too and what they want out of the deal. So asking a man that's not your father or not a family member, usually it's because they're going to give you an answer based on what they want from a woman. And even your father is going to be biased because he's going to want you to never do it, or at least wait till you're married, which is not such a bad idea, actually. Because at least you know you have a real commitment there, and you've decided to embark on this agreement of love or commitment or whatever. Also, I think you need friendship before you have sex if you're looking for love. I mean, how can you ensure it's going to go to the next step if all you have is dating? You need to really know this person, and I don't think you can get to know a person within a month, because people are on their best behavior, especially men, when they haven't had it yet, when you haven't given it to them yet, when they're just courting you. They don't fart in front of you, they don't pick their nose, they're opening your doors mostly, and you know they're talking different, and even you're on good behavior. You're keeping yourself up more. You're probably more agreeable. You're not speaking up with the things that don't bother you. That's a mistake. Speak up with the things that you don't really agree with, just in a loving way, and see if you can work through it. Because if you have sex before you know all these things, and before you're past the good behavior, then you're not going to know who you're really having sex with. Now, if you just want sex for friendship, just kind of, I don't know, have sex time to time with your homie or something, you still need to wait to make sure you actually have a friendship, because, you know, courting or a guy just wanting some can look like he wants friendship when he's just a nice guy who just wants some booty, and but he's nice. Don't get tricked by really nice guys. Not all guys are disrespectful who just want the booty. Some guys are, so you have to be in control. This is your body. Sex is not just sex. Sex is an exchange of energy, vibration. Um, there's a lot of things that go into sex, whether you believe it or not, to make sure that this person wants what you want out of the deal. And that goes for if it's just for pleasure too. You both need to know, and does he want what you want? If he actually wants to be your man and you're only in it for pleasure, why should you play games with him too? You need to be honest. Now, overall, what I feel, regardless of all of those things I just said, I think sex is not something just to use lightly or throw away as if it's nothing. It's just like throwing away saying I love you to someone. It's like, that's not fair to just throw away. You owe yourself more than that. We're not animals. So we can't just do things that feed the five senses, you know, and just act like this body, we're all we are bones and blood. We're more than that. We have a consciousness, we have a heart, we have emotions, we have vibrations. And so we need to honor that and honor our bodies. And women, you need to know that what you have is important, it's special. In the beginning, that's your bargaining time to really let them know, hey, this is what I'm about, this is kind of what I want in a relationship or with a person. And usually guys are more receptive before they've actually had it. It's just my opinion though, what I believe strongly. Anyway, moving along, the next question is what to do if you don't want to go down on your partner. That's a hard one. Give me a second. Okay, that's a hard one, no pun intended. Anyway, I think for men, if you don't want to go down on a woman, is she just a one night stand or somebody you're just screwing? That's understandable, because you're probably not going to go down with a female condom on her. And kudos for those of you who do, and kudos to the woman and everything, but I usually that's not gonna happen. So I understand if you don't really trust this woman and you're just in it for pleasure. I probably wouldn't want to go down on her either if I was you. You can still get diseases from oral sex. A woman, same thing. Also, does it smell? Is it too hairy? Is that the reason? Do you not know this guy? Yeah, it's understandable. And that's another thing about sex and going down. If you don't really love this person, or you don't feel trust and some kind of friendship, I just feel like, can you really give yourself fully with sex? Can you go down like you really want to? I guess some people can, but that's a really intimate act, and you're sharing juices. That could be disgusting if you don't really love this person or care about what's in this person's body. It's kind of, you're sharing fluid. So it's kind of gross to me to just go down on someone you just met. Ew. Like, I don't know what you eat and what you have. I don't care what your paper says. Sometimes these results for these tests don't even show up right away. Anyway, so yeah, it's understandable depending on the circumstances. Now, if you're in a relationship and if a guy doesn't want to go down on his woman, and you're in a relationship, I personally wouldn't even see how we got in a relationship, because that would be telling me that you think something's gross about my body, that you can penetrate it with your penis, but not with your tongue, and yet you're my man? I doubt it. I don't think so. Something's wrong with you. You need to get that problem checked out. Ladies, I think that you should postpone the relationship until these psychological or emotional issues are worked out, and vice versa. For a woman, this is your man. I don't even understand how sometimes it's people's husband and they've never went down on them. That's really interesting to me. Unless, now, sometimes things have happened to people, um, molestation, rape, all kind of things, where that could be very disturbing and, just disgusting for people, a woman or a man. But I think you need to talk about that and be honest with your partner. And if you have no intention on ever correcting that, you need to let them know. But I think you should get therapy for whatever happened to you, and it's totally understandable if, you know, it's because of some kind of trauma. But if it's not, if it's just because you think, ew, that area is gross, or first of all, you need to talk to your partner how you want to handle that area. Women, if you want your man to shave, if you don't like hair in your mouth, ask your loved one to shave for you, and vice versa. Or if there's a hygiene problem, I mean, if you're already in a relationship, you need to find a way to speak up and with love and just say, hey, or just wash it for them, or only do it in the bath. And you can even tell them it smells better in the bath, and maybe they'll get the hint. I personally think you should speak up, though, and just say, I smelled a little something last time I was trying to go down there. I just hope the next time it's a lot better. Anyway, I think it's stupid if you just don't want to go down and you're already having sex. You're actually in a relationship with the person. Anyway, I think that's it. Let's see, we covered size. Yes, it matters. You better work it, small guys. We covered the amount of time to wait. It's not about the exact time, because you could wait a month and still not have trust, commitment, friendship, all of those things. And make sure you know what those things are and what they feel like to have them. And we've covered going down. Take care of your emotional issues. If you are in a relationship and you don't want to go down. And with all of that said, I say, remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We have consciousness. Um, we have emotions. We have morals. All of that needs to be considered with sex. Sex is never just sex. I don't care if you do it and think, I never thought about that person again, or whatever. Somewhere that energy has been passed to you, and it could cause you to make certain decisions not even knowing. Certain things could be lowering your self-esteem without you even realizing it. Be conscious. Be aware of what you do with your body. Women, this is your temple. So do with it what you please. Know what you want, and be wise, be smart, love yourself. Guys too, you're important too. What you got is good and it's important. Take care of it. I personally, and of course, why am I giving advice to guys? Because you're gonna do what you want anyway. But I personally don't think a guy should just spread his stuff everywhere either. Mistakes happen. You need to look at this person and be like, if a mistake happens, do I want this person to be my baby's mama? Anyway, that's it for today. Join us next time for Sex Talk, Conscious Sex Talk. And if you want to know more, or you have some questions, or want your question presented in the next talk, then go to www.natakiwellnesscenter.com. Again, that's natakiwellnesscenter.com, or you can leave me a message on here as well. Thank you very much. Bye.